What's up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with Tactical Gaming, bringing you guys another video. This one's awesome, and anyone who watches my channel knows that I'm an avid gun control advocate. Meaning, I don't believe in gun control at all. Like there should be no such thing as gun control. There should be no rules or laws that say you can't own a gun, because criminals are gonna have guns. They don't give a shit about laws or rules, obviously, because if they did, they would be criminals. But this one is protect yourselves like men. Why this demographic is quickly growing, and what it means is women with guns, because guns are the true equalizer. Okay, if you're like a 5'2" little woman and there's a 6 foot tall 400-pound man trying to do something, right? You having a gun is going to equal out that 6 foot tall X amount of pounds guy. Especially if you're using 9 mil, 45, 10 mil, doesn't matter, right? Even a 22. If you have a 22 with a good capacity magazine in there, yeah. So, before I get fully into this video, check out my PayPal for any channel donations, ninjanick0069 at Gmail. That goes towards all of my content, my gaming content, my shooting content, unboxings of all kinds, all that stuff. So we're going to go ahead and get into this. This was done by Fox News. I always do that. I believe all women should learn how to shoot a gun. Like, at least learn how. Even if you don't like it, at least learn. Just in case if you need to defend yourself.
And it gives them a little bit of opportunity.
I took my girlfriend out shooting. She never shot a gun before. She kind of loved it.
And then we come to the range and give them a sample of how to shoot.
Exactly. Safety is your responsibility.
I'm Jane Melhans, and I am the firearm instructor today and also on the board of Washington State Rifle and Pistol as the government affairs person. So women are the fastest growing group of gun owners in America.
Yes, they are.
A lot of that has to do with the increase in crime, especially in our area in Washington State.
I
where
bet.
The crime rates are real high, especially
You
here
can thank
in
your
Puget
governor
Sound.
for that.
So safe direction and not putting your finger on the trigger. You won't
Good.
have this gun going off by itself. So I give up my time to help women so that they can safely protect themselves.
That's what I'm talking about, lady. You go.
By two men. They didn't know I was home. They came in my house, and I shouted out a command to them. And they were in my kitchen, and they pulled open the sliding glass door. One guy took off, and the other froze on my back porch. So when he froze on my back porch, I stayed away from him enough to see if it was going to be a threat or not. And so I did not have to personally pull out my firearm. It was there ready to go if I saw he was going to come toward me or I saw that it was going to be a threat. But in this situation, I was very fortunate. By the grace of God, he froze and he took all my commands. So I told him to stay there, don't move. Why were you in my house? And then I had the neighbor call the cops. From that, people kept asking me, can you please show me how to shoot so I can protect myself? This is the good that came out of that.
There you
it
go.
Helps women because we are easy targets, but at least a firearm levels the fight between us and our attackers.
It does. And for any women out there who are voters, it should make you afraid that Democratic leadership want to take your availability to defend yourself. They're literally allowing criminals become the victims, and victims are now the criminal. They reversed it. We're living in a twilight zone. It makes no sense to where the good people have to live in fear of punishment by their government, by their law enforcement, and at the same time live in fear of knowing that they can't do anything. That would be the worst thing in the world, of going, okay, well, I either have to let what's happening to me happen, whether it be you're getting robbed, assaulted, and I do mean assaulted of any kind, and you're going to sit there and allow it to happen because you can't defend yourself. Because if you do, that person who's assaulting you in any way is now the victim, and you are now the criminal because you chose to choose your life over theirs. And that right there, to anyone who thinks about voting Democrat or who is Democrat or even liberal, should tell you they don't care about you. They're hoping that the criminal element will start voting and vote for these people so that they will keep them in power. They want the people to be in fear. We need to stop.
I wanted to be more comfortable using a gun. Quite honestly, they make me nervous. You always hear about the accidents, of course, little kids getting shot. It can be very, very intimidating. And so I want to be more comfortable handling them. I'm now married to a law enforcement officer, and we have gone shooting, I believe, once in the 11 years we've been married. He's trained, he does this every day. So I love that he carries, and I never worry about it. But when he is gone, that is when then I become concerned for my safety, and I don't have that comfort and reassurance of someone that knows how to actually handle a gun and protect me from an intruder or someone who wants to harm us. The criminals are starting to think, oh, women are more of a sitting duck, and we're saying no, absolutely not. We're going to take matters into our own hands and protect ourselves the same way men have been doing for years.
One night, my son and I came home from an event, and he ran into the house, and I was on the phone. You know how when the phone's on your car system. So I wanted to finish the phone call before going in the house, and did that. And there was a gentleman, a couple of guys in our neighborhood. This is in University Place, very quiet neighborhood, that were driving around and.
But you're not used to that, are you?
Cars. So the car pulled up behind me, which T-boned me into my driveway. The car was running, and one of the guys got out and attempted the car next to me first, which was locked, and then attempted my passenger door, which was unlocked, and opened it. And I was in the driver's seat, and we're just like looking at each other. You know, and he had an excuse that he thought it was his girlfriend's car and her house. So he doesn't live here.
That's the typical lie. That's the typical lie that a criminal would have is like, oh, whoops, my bad. I thought this was a different house, or I thought this was a different car. When that comes out of someone's mouth, you know that was probably more than likely bullshit. Because in this day and age with technology and GPS and everything else, that's a fucking lie. And at the same time, you're not going to drive to the wrong fucking house if you've been to that house more than once, especially if it's your girlfriend's house or girlfriend's car, right?
The car and drove off. Two men and myself. How could I protect myself? It would be difficult.
Gun.
Women and not as strong. We need something a little stronger to help protect us.
Exactly.
Women are want to take command of their situation. They still want to live their life, but they want to be able to protect themselves. And so
firearms are a true equalizer, folks.
Group, you'll see they are the ones getting the most concealed permits right now. And again, they are the ones who are also the most popular rifle for them is the modern sporting rifle, which is sometimes referred to as an AR-15.
Oh, hey, look, the same gun that they're trying to get rid of because it's so evil.
What does AR-15 stand for? And the
Armalite rifle.
Things are automatic rifle or assault rifle, and none of those are accurate.
Armor light rifle. That's what it is. The AR is an armor light rifle.
Pink one is the exact same gun as that one.
No such thing as an assault weapon. A weapon cannot assault you. A person can.
Which has much more recoil, or shotguns, which are sometimes people say, oh, have that for home defense. A lot of recoil. It doesn't work for all women. The modern sporting rifle can adjust to fit our smaller frames.
Yep.
There's a
pistol brace
recoil compared to the other rifles, and so it makes it safer for a woman, both in a home defense situation or if they're shooting on rifle league or something like that.
Yep.
This bill prohibits the sale, import, distribution.
So here we go. In April, Washington Governor Jay Inslee signed several gun control bills, including a ban on the sale of dozens of semi-automatic rifle models, meaning anything that's an AR, anything that's mag-fed and everything else. That man should be instantly removed from office and thrown in prison for going against the Constitution. Period. Any gun control law is not a lawful law. Period. Because it goes against the Constitution. And until we start removing people like him, who try to say, no, you can't have that. No, you can't have that. No, I can have whatever the fuck I want because this is America. And you can't sit there and regulate what I want. It's my money. I'm paying for it. I'm legally responsible. And until I do something illegal with said weapon, then you can said take weapon from me. And then at the same time, punish me. You got to stop punishing people as a whole for the stupid things that individuals do. Period. And we need to start holding people like him accountable and remove them from office and throw them in prison. Because the thing is, he wants to ban guns like that. Then, sir, guess what? You better not have no personal bodyguard. None of them with body armor. None of them with guns. Semi-automatic at all whatsoever. And until you start following the same laws that you start imposing on your people, we're not going to follow those. Period.
Manufacture of any military-style assault weapon in the state of Washington.
Assault weapon, so dumb.
Today, I'm happy to say that.
The ban
Throw 'em in prison.
will also ban 22 caliber rifles, which are your fun clinking rifles and going to the range and target shooting. The cartridges are real tiny. There's no recoil.
Hang on. Let me see. Do I actually have a 22 here? I know my son grabbed one when we went to the range. No, I don't have one. But yeah, my son grabbed some while we were ever at the range last time.
Well,
And they're little tiny. They're teeny tiny.
okay.
It's like a baby round.
Does this look like a military rifle to you?
Fuck no.
And they're just a
Matter of fact, actually,
crack.
an M16. That would be a military rifle. A rifle that the military uses. There is currently, right now, no weapon system that an average everyday citizen can buy that's military style. And that is also illegal. But no, the government back in the 80s decided to have the National Firearms Act, and ever since then, gun crime has skyrocketed. Kind of funny, right? As soon as they start implementing more and more gun control all over the place, crime goes up. So, what's the overall goal? Put people in fear and blame a tool? And then take that tool from everybody else while the criminals are still getting a hold of those tools? So you think gang members are getting a hold of fully automatic AK-47s or AR-15s or anything like that? They can. Especially if they're supremely hardened criminals from Mexico. Stop limiting what the people can do with their God's given rights. And I'm a pagan, so I'm saying gods, but still, we the people have the right to defend ourselves. Everybody across the board. And people in these democratic states and cities need to stand up and literally tell your leadership to fuck off. Gun control, not allowed. It's illegal.
Along with the modern sporting
they can go and say, oh, well, we made it into a law. It goes against the Second Amendment. Shall not be infringed. Means something.
And that's the one where the bullet would go straight through your wall if you used it for home defense. But as you saw, the recoil is very strong, and so it's not safe for a lot of women. They're targeting the wrong person. They're targeting us, the law-abiding firearm owners, instead of the criminals. Because criminals will get their firearms. They don't care about the laws. There's already over 88 pages of laws in Washington State and 237 on the federal level. And criminals will buy
so over 300
through black market, drug deals, straw purchase, whatever. Illegal means.
Yes.
So the law won't impact them. But
exactly.
for a lot of women, it's taken away the personal protection option and choice that works best for them.
Yep.
And, so the law is clearly discriminating against women.
AR-15. It has been
This woman's an
the
idiot.
weapon of choice.
Assault weapons. Heard to look at these assault rifles.
Idiots.
These are killing machines.
Idiots.
We
No.
should just go back to having an assault weapons ban.
An
No.
assault-style weapon.
Of military-style weapons. AR-15s aren't for defending homes. They're going out for mass slaughters.
Wrong. Don't you find that funny? All these places, all of it is. All of it's CNN, MSNBC, ABC, all that shit. All of it. Right? All of them. Now, see, anyone pushing any of this stuff should be fired. Anyone pushing any of this stuff should definitely be removed from office. It's one thing to sit there and have an opinion on it, but sit there and just defame and lie and sit there and blame a tool. Look at what's going on over in Great Britain. There's acid attacks, stabbings, people getting bludgeoned with hammers. Over in Norway or Switzerland or whatever, there's that dude who's literally going around with a fucking bow on rooftops and shooting motherfuckers. If someone wants to kill you, they will find a way. How about that black gentleman, the piece of shit, who literally drove down the center of a freaking I'm having a brain fart right now. But he literally drove down the middle of a road and hit a whole lot of people during a parade. There it is, parade. He used a vehicle. So should we outlaw cars? Like all cars? Should all cars be gone and everyone like going back to horse and buggy? Right? Should we go back to horse and buggy for all these people illegally drinking and driving? Should we go to, just getting rid of all that shit? Because if you're going to get rid of guns for what stupid people do, you need to start doing the same thing with everything the fuck else. Or leave the guns alone. Because in all honesty, you can kill more people with a fucking car, and I mean a decent sized car, than you could with a gun. You can. So I'm pretty sure you if you crash a car into a building, you're more likely to make the building fall than if you were to shoot a building, right? Depending on the kind of building. So it's just asinine and stupid.
In first grade schools,
Everything in the news and media is making it
Republican
sound
cult AR-15
like
lethal weapon of the heart
this
is
is the
good
most
people.
murderous weapon out there, and this is what everyone's getting to kill our kids in school systems, and
Yeah.
it's so dangerous. But no, I mean it's completely misconception,
It is.
and they're not educating us correctly. It's a lie, quite honestly.
Yes. And because the media is saying it, most people will believe it.
The news is leading the public to believe.
Which is why I say all media. You can't trust it.
Automatic guns that are being banned in our state. The AR-15 is a semi-automatic. You can only send one bullet through at a time, and the public thinks otherwise. It seems like.
Yeah. Because they're told, oh, hey, it shoots like 1,000 rounds in a minute. Like,
they're just continuing to
what?
harm us, and that is not intended.
So
to
an
be a
AR
harm.
turned into a Gatling gun somehow?
To take control. They're not educating the public accurately on what they are doing. Slowly they are taking.
How else do you brainwash people other than uneducation, right? The uneducated are the easily brainwashed. It's plain and simple. Literally. The uneducated are the easily brainwashed. Hands down. So, like, share, subscribe. Don't trust anything you see on any news media, including Fox News. Fox News, you can't trust them, because especially now with the fact that they're getting rid of a lot of their, center, conservative, somewhat right-leaning hosts. Most of them are all gone. So, Fox News on being the truth bringer, you can't really trust anymore. CNN, fuck that. MSNBC, hell no. ABC News, fuck that. The View, bunch of fucking idiots. Cackling hens who live in literally nice, posh, upper echelon neighborhoods with gated communities who have no idea what it's like to live like an average everyday person anymore. Because they haven't lived that way in 30 plus years. Whoopi Goldberg. I used to love watching your movies, but now that I see your stance on everything, no. Sonny Goldstein, fucking idiot. All these people who call themselves conservative, but yet their views completely contradict because they're getting paid to sit there and say, I'm a conservative, and in all actuality, their view stance is not that. So, Like, share, subscribe, spread the word. Check out all my socials, such as my twitch.tv, NinjaNick0069. Check out my YouTube at Tactical Gaming 90. Check out my Rumble at Tactical Gaming 90 for any and all channel donations when it comes to gaming content, my shooting content, my unboxings of any and all content. Go to NinjaNick0069 at PayPal. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Catch me for the next one. Later.